It doesn't exist, folks.
I did that stuff.
Come on, baby! Wake up!
The poop fairy.
Wake up!
Bigfoot.
It's all happening.
I'm the best. Chocolate chip.
Let me a crackhead.
Live from Command Center Alpha 1, it's the Our Big Dumb Mouth podcast. Now, here's your hosts, Midnight Mike, Juicy Joe, a.k.a. Vertan, and Grunge.
Give up the love!
Hey everyone, welcome back to another fun-filled podcast adventure. Yay! Mine's Midnight Mike. Gretchen is over there. Yes, yeah, he's over there.
I got my ass up just for this thing.
Some mama to everyone out there.
Peaches are peaches and plums are peaches, but peaches and plums are also peaches.
That's the name, yeah.
I could translate Japanese perfectly.
So mama. I got it down. So mama.
You have that on a momentary trigger.
Yeah.
Sounds like a someone's trying to start an old Vespa. It's got a waterlogged engine.
That's like a moped that just won't start right there.
You're gonna have to use that next time you do the full car starting sound.
Yeah,
I'll some momos.
Incorporate that in there. Well, welcome back everyone to a Saturday show. Thank you for joining us here live. Yes. Once again, we have to acknowledge that our good friend and co-host Joe is not here, but he did send in a message to let us know what he's doing. So this is what Joe is doing. Why he can't be here?
Hi, this is Joe from the Our Big Dumb Mouth podcast. I'm not on the show today because I'm at Target shopping for summer swimwear. After Target, I'm planning on going to Disney World to start a few fights and then drink a crap ton of Bud Light. Shab, la, goo.
Well, that's quite the message.
What happened to Shablagoo there at the end?
Yeah, well, Joe has his own way of saying Shablagoo to everyone out there.
He was being dramatic.
Yeah.
Shablagoo.
Shablagoo.
Well, there's Joe right there chiming in. So,
well, I'm glad he's enjoying his second honeymoon.
Yeah, nothing says fun like going to Disney World and starting some fights with your new husband. Not fighting your husband, but you're basically in a tag team match versus
going to Disney World with your new husband to
fight
fights.
other families. Yes,
to go to that place we saw with the everyone lines up for the family photos and starting fights there before they can get their family photos.
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
In your new swimwear from Target.
It brings people closer together. It really tightens that family bond.
That's why they call this country a melting pot.
Mm-hmm.
Melt this, motherfucker.
And they've thrown haymakers left and right at the Magic Kingdom. These are real stories. We're not making this shit up, people. I did have a story like last week. We just didn't get to it of a giant brawl that took place in an airport because flights were delayed. And,
no, that never happens.
And I was like, well, they're just pre-gaming before they get to Disney, probably, before they're getting to any sort of like...
this was a charter flight to Disney?
Yeah, they're so amped up, they had to start fighting before they got to their destination. That's what happens sometimes.
Taking on all comers.
Before we get to any headlines here, I'm going to play this piece of music. This was sent in by a few people because they know I like the Melvins. And I think... the Melvins right now are part of a meme. And the Melvins are a band that started back in the 80s. They're like considered the godfathers of grunge, Nirvana and Kurt Cobain. They love the Melvins. And the Melvins just really never saw that level of Nirvana success. Like very few bands do. But the Melvins are now, I guess, meme-worthy. And I'm not going to play the meme on screen. So just imagine this music with pictures of Ukrainian war footage. And it's some brutal Ukrainian war footage that I'm not going to show because, quite frankly, it's just like, it's too intense. But this is the song that is being played to that imagery.
Round, fuck around, I fuck around. Yeah, fuck around, round, I fuck around. I fuck around, round, I fuck around. Fuck around, round, I fuck around. Fuck around, round, I fuck around. I'm getting fucked fucking up and down this fucking street. I gotta find a fucking place where the fuckheads meet. Those fuckers and me are getting fucking known. Yeah, the fuckheads know, so fucking leave us alone. I fuck around.
You get the point of that. That's the Melvins covering the Beach Boys. I get around, but that's the Melvins doing their version, I fuck around. And
Mike, I thought this was a family show.
it is. It's a family show, but it's also a fun show. And not all fun things are family fun. Sorry.
See, it's a family show, but I just the veneers.
Sorry, people. I should have bleeped it. I should have bleeped that out. I'm sorry. So I bleep around is what I meant to say. I bleep around. But there you go. That was sent in by a few people. And the Melvins are meme worthy today. So that's good for them. They'll get a few more hits. And the Melvins put out a brand new album pretty much every year, go on tour, and you can probably check them out at least twice a year in any major city that you might be living close to. I like seeing them. What's your favorite song by the Melvins, Cratchit?
That one, I guess.
I like Sweet Willie Rollbar and Honey Bucket. I like anything off of Stag. They're an acquired taste. The Melvins are an acquired taste for a band.
I'm typing in Wikipedia, the Melvins.
No, it's just Melvins.
You just said the Melvins.
Well, it's kind of like
Is it
how
like the Ukraine.
Yeah, it's kind of like how I say the Ukraine. It's just Melvins.
See, right there in a Wikipedia, Melvins, parentheses, sometimes the Melvins.
I think they did that because they got into some kind of legal dispute and they changed their name from the Melvins, and then I think
their website is themelvins.net.
But they go by Melvins. So there's a lot of debate.
Get your shit together, Melvin or the Melvins.
No, there's a lot of debate over that.
They should do like a concept album known just as The.
I'm sure that they probably have thought about it. They do a lot of weird stuff. And while we're talking about grunge and music, I want to bring up this headline here because, do
they seriously have a album called Sieg Howdy?
That's right.
They also have one called Electro Retard. That's a good album.
We're going to retroactively cancel them for that.
They got a lot of interesting album titles, song titles.
And bases loaded, but spelled cleverly.
Yeah. But here's the first headline here. This is grunge, a grunge-related, 90s-related headline. Kurt Cobain, his guitar, his smashed Fender guitar, sells for almost $600,000. Holy moly.
I tell you what.
Don't say it. You're good.
You think he was there in the front row?
I think Hulk is going to lowball.
Mr. Hogan, we're already over 200,000.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
No. $600,000 for a smashed Fender guitar. Yeah. Kurt Cobain's...
Oh, I thought you said it was a guitar with a smashed Fender.
No, not like like there needs some body work done on it. Like this is a Fender is the brand. So a Fender Stratocaster. So Kurt Cobain's smashed Fender Stratocaster guitar sold at auction for $595,900. More than 10 times its original estimate. The Nirvana frontman's left-handed electric guitar was smashed while the grunge pioneers were making their seminal Nevermind album in the early 90s. Reassembled, but unplayable, it's expected to sell for between $60,000 and $80,000. Well, it's reassembled. You just can't play the thing.
I like how they had to specify that. The one that he smashed on stage into a billion pieces, well, we kind of stuck it back together. It doesn't work, but...
Yeah, you can't do anything.
Computer's broke.
Guitar's broke.
It was expected to sell for between $60,000 and $80,000 at Julian's auction at the Hard Rock Cafe in New York over the weekend, but it went for $600,000. It featured signatures from Nirvana's three members, Kurt Cobain, Chris Novoselic, and Dave Grohl, along with an inscription by Cobain's address to the late Screaming Trees lead singer, Mark Lanegan. Wow. According to Julian's auction, Cobain gave the guitar to Lanegan during Nirvana's Nevermind tour in 1992. So that's pretty cool. I mean, that's a great piece of rock and roll history there. Who bought this thing? That's what I want to know.
Me, Paul Cogan.
No, Paul Cogan did not buy this thing.
That's for damn sure.
I don't think Hulk has that kind of extra cash laying around.
You don't know what kind of cash Hulk has.
He doesn't got.
He has a bathroom concierge, as proven by his Twitter post.
That is true.
No person does nothing but just wait for him to say, "I need TP, brother."
So the guitar Cobain played during the legendary live acoustic set for MTV Unplugged in 1993 was sold 2 years ago for $6 million. $6 million for that acoustic guitar.
Wait, what? $6 million
for his acoustic guitar?
Wait, which? That's the one I have up on screen. Which one?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
Do I have the wrong Fender?
No, that's his acoustic guitar.
But that's not the one you were talking about.
No. The one I was talking about was his electric guitar that was, so I don't know. That one looks playable right now. We don't know. I'm assuming it's still playable. But man, that's crazy. That is insane.
How much of that money does Courtney Love get?
Well, I think at this point in time, Kurt Cobain's daughter, Frances, I think owns a good chunk of the Nirvana stuff related to what Kurt Cobain did, which is
Well, that's what I'm like. Yeah, who's in charge of the estate?
I think it's Frances. I think it's Kurt Cobain's daughter at this point. I think she's the one who holds the reins on a good number of these items.
There's an article: Who inherited more from Kurt Cobain, Frances Bean or Courtney Love?
Me.
No.
Hulk.
No.
How much did he get, Hulk?
That would be awesome if Kurt Cobain wrote into the will that he's given everything to Hulk Hogan, his favorite wrestler.
His favorite wrestler. He's just writing his will late at night and just watching wrestling reruns.
Yeah, why not?
Get hold of that guy.
Give it to Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant.
It says that Cobain's estate is worth an estimated $450 million.
Whew. Man. Still, after all these years.
He didn't leave a will, so maybe Hulk Hogan still got a chance.
He could sue. I think that he should.
I was his favorite wrestler. I deserve that money.
I think he's playing. You know that famous video of Hulk Hogan playing the guitar, and I'm a real American. I think that's Kurt Cobain's guitar.
I don't.
You take a look at that guitar and you put it next to the smashed one of Kurt Cobain, you'll find it probably one and the same. But there you go. There's some little bit of grunge news for everyone. I know everyone likes the grunge news.
Getting comments in the chat that the levels are apparently my level is low.
Okay,
I can crank up on this end, but that may jack up everything you've got going.
No, you can crank it up over this. See what happens. Jack it a little bit.
That's gross.
You're a little. I can see your level's a little low. I was compensating over here, but yeah, you're hitting.
Now I got to figure out what's going on here. All right.
No,
there's like 3 more dB. There's a bunch more DC. Now I'm red on my side. But
okay, well, I'll leave it like that. And
you know what? I bet Zoom broke something. Let me check.
I just cranked you up by 2 dB out over here.
Weird. Oh yeah. So no, Zoom's automatic is not on. I thought maybe that was it.
All right. Well, I'll crank
it's
you
not
up.
that.
No, I fixed it over here.
It sounds fine to me. So it's something between me and everybody else.
Okay. I cranked it up over here. So you're good. You should be better. So people are saying it sounds good now. So
I just want to make sure because it shows I'm peaking on my side and I don't want to start clipping.
Okay. Now people are saying too loud. I didn't.
All right, just start kicking people out of the Twitch chat.
Now it's too loud. Is it too loud? I don't know. Okay.
I'm not. See, I can't hear myself on the far end of the stream. It sounds fine, but whatever.
No, it'll be fixed in post. I'll fix it in post.
We're not going to fix shit in post.
I do. I fix in post. All right, we'll move on. Let's
do it live.
Yeah. People saying sounds fine. Okay, fine. Here we go. We'll move on and do some more headlines. Let's see here. I just have like a cornucopia of stuff. This is kind of like
a potpourri.
A show which I said
smorgasbord.
I said like the last Saturday of every month would be Discord news generated Saturday. But it turns out Herman from Holland submits about 90% of all headlines in the Discord.
Yes.
And so
well, he's the first one up in the morning. He gets first dibs.
Yeah. So I'll try to do some from Herman and some from some other notable Discord
So just so
people.
I'm clear, these are stories you pulled exclusively from the news channel in Discord.
The ones that I will mention their name.
Okay, because I grabbed a bunch of those too when you reminded me this morning. I would consider only one being like goofball news.
Yeah. So we'll mix it up. This is not everything is Discord submitted, but some. And this was submitted by Jigs. And the headline...
Jigs or Jigs?
Jigz.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Multiple people in there.
Yeah, so the headline up on screen here, New York freezes account deposits at Capital One Bank.
That's some good news on that front.
So this is like breaking, and I this is like tweeted out, and there's some explanations behind this. But here's the tweet: just in, New York City freezes deposits at Capital One Bank. Now, what are the reasons? Is it a failing bank? Is it fraud? Is it something worse?
It's just fun.
Just want to see if we could do it, but no.
Hey, just turn off deposits, see what happens.
According to this article, the reason they froze deposits is because the bank didn't do enough to fight discrimination.
Okay.
And Market Watch is confirming this.
Oh, what bullshit.
So New York City's Banking Commission voted to freeze deposits at Capital One Financial Corporation and KeyCorps after two banks failed to submit required plans showing their effort to halt discrimination, the city's comptroller said in a statement on Thursday, alleging the banks outright refused to submit required policies. The comptroller also voted against designating Wells Fargo and PNC and International PNC and PNC Bank International to hold public funds, the statement said. So, unfortunately, despite several opportunities to do so, 5 banks failed to comply with New York City's Banking Commission's designation process, leaving us to conclude that they are not taking meaningful actions to combat discrimination in their operations and are not responsible stewards of public dollars.
What kind of discrimination are they? I mean, like any type in particular, or just like in general?
Well, they're not.
Y'all ain't woke enough.
I think that's what they're getting at now. The term discrimination might vary from state to state. In New York City or New York State might have a very different definition versus like even New York City, because it says New York City is freezing deposits, not necessarily New York State.
New York City.
So I guess it's up in the air here, but it says all 3 members of the Banking Commission, which include the comptroller, mayor, and finance commissioner, voted to take action against Capital One and KeyCorp, which retrospectively held $7.2 million and $10 million in city deposits at the end of last month. Both can service existing contracts for 1 year under the move.
So what are the specific complaints they have about discrimination from these banks?
I haven't dug in that deep. This is so Market Watch is confirming this, but Market Watch isn't going into the specifics. Maybe the comptroller's statement has specifics on the discrimination.
I'd like to hear from the real comptroller.
Well, that's very hard to
2
get
people
him
got
on.
that joke.
Combat Institute additional soundness. So instituted additional soundness criteria. What is this? This is like links within links within links to find out what's going
soundness
on.
is referring to the strength of the actual banking institution. So it's kind of their stress testing.
So the perspectives we heard today from New Yorkers who experienced discrimination in the process of open and closing accounts, the frontline bank staff who faced illegal and abusive practice should give us all pause. We heard from many residents concerned that taxpayer dollars are going to banks to provide financing for predatory lending, fossil fuel extraction, and gun manufacturing, and support the idea of a public bank that would instead put those dollars to work for our communities. The banking commissions can also and should assume a stronger role in assuring that the city only conducts business with banks who demonstrate their commitment to community reinvestment and fair credit practices. So there you go.
Which is none of which is required by any sort of publicly held company whose obligation is to the shareholders, not to whatever random ass bullshit they come up with this week. So they called out there that like, oh, they're putting investments into fossil fuels because it makes money.
Because people want those fuels. I got to have my fossil fuels.
I went out and bought some extra fossil fuels this morning. I didn't have enough.
And and they put gun manufacturing in there. Well, that's like most of the economy is the war economy. You know?
I was going to say, the same people who decry that and say, we have to shut down these banks because they are supporting gun manufacturing, put on their blue and yellow Slava Ukraine shirt and go out and support an extra $87 kajillion for Ukraine to blow up people.
That's where you make the money.
That is where you make the money.
So there you go. So interesting stuff. I suspect that these banks have enough money where they could probably file suit. And
yeah, it's hard to say how it's going to go. You know, one of two things will happen. Either A, the banks will go out of business suddenly, as has been seen a number of times this year already, or B, the banks are going to be just fine. Your money may be gone, but
yeah, I suspect they'll just comply. Like the banks will use this as a reason to comply or to
they have
put
like 10 seconds to comply.
Yeah, like something, I don't know. It's goofy. It's a lot of goofy stuff going on, but
I just want to say this to anybody listening right now, and especially to the 700 people listening on Tuesday morning on your way to work. Take all your money out of these big banks, put it into your local credit union.
Do you use a credit union?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do too.
I have, let me phrase this carefully. We have never banked with a large bank that I can recall. It's always been credit unions all the way through.
That's for damn sure.
We have a credit union here that we use. We do attach ourselves to a big bank, but a good majority of our assets, I think, are in like a credit union.
There's nothing you get from a large, Bank of America, Key Bank, Capital One Bank, any of that stuff that you can't get from a credit union.
Yeah.
And then I say about credit unions, there's like actual you go in like, look, there's like Bob and Marcia, and you can talk to them.
Yeah, you can
They're
do
real
that.
people.
Yeah.
Big Jim Tucker.
Hey, look, there's Big Jim Tucker.
That's my banker.
My bank teller is Big Jim Tucker. He's great.
Well, you have that recording of Trump going into his bank looking for his tellers. He exclusively banks at the big bank.
He gets the biggest bank, Look
at the size of that guy.
Big Sam.
Big John.
Big Luther.
Where's Big Jim? He's around here someplace.
He's just pointing out his tellers.
I own a big
Sam.
chunk of the Bank of America building in 1290 Avenue of the Americas that I got from China in a war.
Just was out of context shit from him.
All right. That's what he does. Another headline
in the chat. Sorry.
So I'll pause it. What are they saying in the chat?
Say in the chat, Squalor Bill says he banks exclusively at the First Big Luther of New York.
Oh, really? Okay. I like that. Big Luther Bank.
Tom Shimabukuro.
I bank at the Bank of Tom Shimabukuro.
Bank exclusively at Thrombocatopedia?
All right. Let's see what these other headlines are. Other headlines. Come on.
That's some good.
Oh, no. I want. Okay. This is
pushing buttons at random now.
I'll do that. I'll press buttons at random. Here we go.
Oh, it's going to depend on you. So you're saying, who can depend on anything?
Here we go.
Here. That's right. You got 6 fucking hours doing something else.
That's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm just going to press.
Just have an entire screen of Lily Tomlin upset during the filming of I Heart Huckabees.
Just going to press 4 or 5 buttons at a time, and those are gonna be my sound drops. Nothing targeted, just cluster bombing of sound effects for the rest of the show.
It's a war crime.
All right, here is another headline here. I'll bring this up on screen.
Is this also a Discord one?
No, this is mine. I'm surprised Discord didn't have it. This is non-Discord related. Google withdraws slavery simulator game app after Brazil outcry.
I love that headline. That's front news.
Thanks, Alexis. So there was actual game called Slavery Simulator, and someone's like, "Yeah, that's good for the App Store."
That's great. Dubbed Slavery Simulator, the Portuguese language-based game saw players trade in slaves and strategize to prevent abolition of slaves in order to amass virtual riches.
Jeez.
This is crazy.
What? This is like 2 8th graders made this on a dare.
Probably. And they're making money in the Google Play Store. I'm surprised they got they got through the review process.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like someone had to approve it, right?
I would imagine so. Not unless Google's a lot more loosey-goosey than Apple is. I know Apple probably wouldn't allow this, but maybe Google basically has a policy, only if people complain will we take it down.
Only if enough people complain.
Yeah. The prosecutor's office said it had opened an investigation for hate speech related to the games that was downloaded by hundreds of people. The app is hundreds.
Aren't there like 3 billion people?
There's a lot of people
phones?
in Brazil. There's a ton of, I would say Brazilian population, 150 million.
You're way low on that.
You think I'm way low on that Brazilian population?
Let's find out. Ask Internet. Internet says Brazil, 5th largest country in the world, with not actually giving me numbers here. Awesome.
What is it?
218 million.
Well, the app itself had come with a disclaimer condemning all types of slavery and insisting the game was solely for entertainment purposes. Why wouldn't you say it's for educational purposes?
It's just a prank, bro.
It's fun to enslave people, and entertaining is what they were saying. It wasn't for educational purposes. It's kind of like there's a lot of games out there that are darker in nature. It has themes of death and disease, and it's for educational purposes. Yeah, they can be amusing and entertaining, but they're primarily for education, I suppose. Like Oregon Trail, for instance. Is that game still around?
You
can. Trail? Yeah, I mean, you can emulate it. You can probably get a Commodore 64 emulator anywhere.
I lost all my shit crossing that river, and my wagon only has 1 wheel.
Yeah.
It's not good.
After withdrawing the app from its games Play Store, Google said that in a statement that applications that promote violence or hatred against groups of people or individuals because of their skin color or ethnic origin would not be allowed on its platform. Then why did you allow it?
Yeah. That sounds all well and good, Google, but why'd you allow that there?
Yeah, you basically allowed it and only took it down when people complained. The company invited users to report offensive content. Okay, yeah. Brazil's Ministry of Racial Equity or Equality said it had asked Google to put in place measures to filter out content containing hate speech, intolerance, and racism, and to prevent it from spreading so easily without moderation. Racism is still a problem in Brazil, the last country in the Americas to abolish slavery, and it did so in 1888. More than 56% of the population is Afro-Brazilian. So yeah, not many people talk about Brazil when it comes to the slave trade. I think America pretty much takes the heat for a good chunk of that.
Only. Slavery only existed in America.
Yeah, but Brazil's got, it's got its own history.
Nope, only America.
Brazil is one of the countries with the most consumers on Google's platform, and there one finds this app that recalls an era of slavery, but with bonuses for those who torture the most. Oh, wow. Holy shit.
What the fuck?
Wow. That's crazy. That's taking it to past the educational level and now you're just getting into like almost kind of like smut gameplay.
Now you're just in entertainment land.
I mean, it's not even like what like Grand Theft Auto is a fictional world, pretty much.
Is it?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Isn't it basically based on L.A., New York, and Miami and
fictional characters?
Vegas?
Fictional characters in a somewhat realistic world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Google has spoken out against the. Goes on to say this is not only about racism but also fascism. She told the AFP. Here in Brazil, we have a neo-fascist movement that is not afraid to show itself because of a lack of regulation on social networks. Okay. Google has spoken out against the bill, seeking to stem online disinformation in Brazil, saying it seriously threatens free speech. So, okay. So, I guess Google's saying, we'll do our best to make sure this stuff doesn't get out there, but we're trying to really promote free speech everywhere but the United States.
Mm-hmm. We're big on free speech unless you point it out that you don't like it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have those right next to each other because that worked pretty well.
Yeah, they were pretty well. All right, we'll move we'll move on and see what else we got. Here we go. Let's see if I can do this.
Not a fan of the musical interludes.
It's tough to do multiple drops with music unless they're in the same key, and I did not write those in the same key, so it's tougher to do. Speaking of, here I'll change things up and do some a little paranormal news.
Is this from Discord?
Not from Discord.
Oh.
I do have some stuff from Discord, paranormal related, but I'll cover this one first.
I have some paranormal too when you want to get to it.
Okay, great. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Connecticut witches have been exonerated over 370 years later.
I love that headline. Piece of news.
Lawmakers in the state have voted to exonerate dozens of individuals who were convicted of witchcraft hundreds of years ago. It was a little late, don't you think?
Wait, are they still alive?
If they're still alive, that would almost prove that they're witches.
Right.
And then you shouldn't really exonerate them.
We want to exonerate these women from 300 years ago, and they're here today. Wait a minute.
Burn them. No, I'm pretty sure that they're dead. Being convicted
That's what they want you to believe.
Yeah, well, being convicted of witchcraft in colonial America was no trivial matter. Not only were you unlikely to be given a fair or objective trial, but the punishment for being found guilty typically involved being put to death, usually at the end of a rope.
Jesus.
Typically at the end of a rope. Not always.
I thought they burned them.
I thought so too. Like burn the witch, burn them at the stake,
or stoned them, or threw them in the lake. And if they drowned, they weren't witches.
I think that was a Monty Python method for determining.
No, that was pretty common, actually.
Was it? Okay. Well, it's obviously too late for those who were executed. The descendants of these convicted witches have long campaigned lawmakers in the United States to exonerate their ancestors. Now, thanks to the tireless efforts of the CT Witch Trial Exoneration Project, officials in Connecticut have this month voted 33-1 to exonerate 12 individuals who have been wrongly convicted of witchcraft in the state. Who's that one person
probably the Pope
who said, I am not exonerating these?
All in favor? Aye.
Fuck them.
Opposed? The guy in the back.
Hey.
No.
Fuck them. Hey, witches. Fuck
Turn
them.
me into a toad.
I want to know who that one person is, that holdout. Okay, he actually talks about the one vote.
Was it Torquemada? Was it Steve Torquemada?
No, it wasn't Steve Torquemada. I don't think Steve Torquemada was there.
Tom Shimabukuro.
Tom Shimabukuro was the holdout vote. But it looks like the one vote against came from Senator Rob Sampson, who argued that it was
Sampson.
Yeah, Rob Sampson, who argued it was wrong to dictate what was right or wrong about periods of the past that we have no knowledge of. So that is what a chicken shit statement to say. You can observe the past and acknowledge that wrongs were done and that they shouldn't have been done that way. You can't fix the past like that, but you can acknowledge that bad decisions were made, and acknowledging that hopefully prevents those same bad decisions not being repeated here in the present and in the future. But Senator Rob Sampson does not believe that.
Don't you have a drop of somebody saying mistakes were made?
I have a lot of drops saying mistakes were made. Yeah.
I acknowledge that mistakes were made here.
Were made here.
Clearly, mistakes were made.
A serious mistake was made.
Not according to Senator Rob Sampson. He can't judge the past like that.
It's not for us to tell whether that was a mistake or not.
He can't judge the past like that. Quote, I don't want to see bills that rightfully or wrongfully attempt to paint America as a bad place with a bad history. I want to focus on where we're going, which is a brighter and better future. Okay. Well, I think you can only have a brighter and better future if you do learn from mistakes and acknowledge mistakes.
This is coming from the same world where we have Slavery Simulator, now for Android.
Mm-hmm. They took that down, though. It's all good.
Oh, okay. So it's fine.
It's fine. They took that down.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made there.
Clearly, mistakes were made.
Yeah, here's George H.W. Bush to apologize for us.
The advocacy group, meanwhile, was very pleased with the result of the vote. Quote, we are grateful to descendants, advocates, historians, legislators of both parties, and many others who made this official resolution possible, they said. We will continue to advocate for historical education and memorialization of the witch trials. Witch trial victims, it said. Yeah, I mean...
Witch trials.
Listen, whether they are witches or not, let's let bygones be bygones at this point. Clearly, some are witches.
There was probably at least one, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
So, like, whether or not all of them are witches, and no, maybe one or two gave the rest of them a bad name, and you shouldn't have killed all of them. Maybe just, like, a small percentage of them.
So you're going to exonerate some of them, but not all of them?
Well, I would say wholesale exoneration, but acknowledge that some definitely were witches in order to appease Senator Rob Sampson. So
who are we to judge, Mike?
Rob Sampson can judge this. Bob. So okay, I guess if there's a lot of articles about the memories that your DNA can have. That's like ancestral DNA. I've read up on like this quite a bit. And there's a lot of talk about this, like past sins, past traumas and tragedies in your lineage could impact you as a person. And I think there's like a lot of talk about this. And I guess if acknowledging in some way that some bad things did happen can alleviate some of that, then I guess do it.
There was a school of thought when people were Victorian folks were debating the evolutionary theory. There's a school of thought that one's behavior would carry on, and I want to say that was Huxley who brought that up, but that may be Lamarckian. I'm out of my depth here, but that to your point, that you can say, well, if your parents were bad people, you just by nature of their behavior will have that in your not in your upbringing, but in your makeup. So you will be a bad person too.
Yeah, it's a bad way to look at things. It really is, because then you could just say, well, you come from a bad family, therefore you're most likely going to be bad, and you need to go to jail right now.
Yeah, he needs to go to jail.
So I was right. It's a Lamarckian inheritance theory is what it's known as. So I give myself 3/4 credit for getting the name after I got Huxley, who was wrong.
Not bad, not bad.
Because Huxley was a big supporter of, not Aldous, but damn it, Huxley's grandfather. So, anyway, was a big supporter of Darwin, and all that. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent here. Sorry,
it's all right.
But yes, Lamarckian inheritance is exactly what you're describing. Standpoint of behavior can be passed on.
Yeah,
which is bullshit.
What is this shit?
Mm-hmm. Hey, you only did one of those.
I did. No, I did. I did two. You listen closely.
What the fuck? Man.
Sorry.
None of them.
Sorry. I meant,
What is this shit?
listen.
Oh,
here.
he said piss right at the beginning.
What is this shit?
Okay.
Well, this is not much.
It disappears right into his what?
This is not much of a family show, is it? This really isn't. I mean, let's see if I can. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stack my family clips, but
Look at
no, I can't. Try to. No, it's not working. No. Okay. All right. Why don't you take a headline over there, Cratchit? Why don't you take a headline?
Do you want paranormal yet or not?
Yeah, let's do a little paranormal.
All right.
I'll give you your intro.
Wow, you just get the Schwarzenegger going and everything.
Yeah.
Let me do some scrolling here through the massive list of news to our favorite type of news, when paranormal meets real estate.
Oh!
Sort of.
Oh, I love this.
So this is like real estate / like Airbnb, I guess.
Okay. I'm into this kind of stuff. I'm always looking for a good deal on Airbnb, that's for sure. Okay, here we go. The Conjuring House is now offering overnight camping experience.
Man, I got mixed emotions about this one.
So I like this. Would you go camping at the Conjuring House? Well,
Yes.
not.
Wait.
I don't know. Maybe. Depends.
I haven't seen The Conjuring, so I don't know what that.
It's not. I mean, it's a well-made movie, but it's spooky as heck.
Is that the one with a doll that comes to life?
Oh no, this is about. I think the family that tried to investigate the Amityville house. I think I don't know, but I think it's a husband and wife paranormal team, parapsychologists who go and investigate hauntings. I think. Maybe
so they're investigating hauntings, and they come home to their nice, quiet country house, and there's hauntings.
Something like that, I guess.
Okay.
But would you go camping at the Conjuring House? Well, you can do just that, as outdoor camping experiences are now available at the home made famous by the 2013 horror movie. The house, which is located in a small Rhode Island town of Burrville, is allegedly haunted. Allegedly. Quote, this is your chance to experience what has earned the Conjuring House its legendary status, according to the Conjuring House website. The spirits are calling. Are you brave enough to answer?
Are you tough enough?
I don't know if I'm going to go. I don't know. I don't like this kind of stuff. I don't know if I'm going to go.
No.
Yes.
I'm just going to say, looking at this house, it does not look well maintained.
It looks creepy. It looks like it's full of mold. Probably some fungus.
You're going to get some black mold here.
Probably you're going to come out with at least a runny nose and some coughing. So that's not a good experience. The ultimate paranormal outdoor adventure incorporates ghosts in camping, or what has been dubbed as G-hamping? G-H hamping?
Camping. It's deep in your throat.
Gamping.
Camping.
Guests will need to pack their bags as well as a whole lot of courage to get ready for paranormal activities of investigating.
Like bourbon or what?
Yeah, I guess. The new gamping experience will take you beyond the walls.
Gamping.
Beyond the walls of the Conjuring House and immerse you in a land for an unforgettable overnight investigation within the walls of our 3 to 4 person tents, the website notes. With only 4... Yeah?
Within the walls of our 3 to 4 person tents? What the fuck?
You within the walls of our 3 to 4 person tents.
Aren't those walls just pieces of canvas or most likely nylon?
No. Yes.
I'm hearing 2 different answers there. Are they or aren't they
Come
canvas?
on, B. Arthur, get it together.
Yes.
With only 8 sites available, these are the perfect base for your overnight adventures in this iconic location. Visitors are to bring their own equipment to investigate what might await them in the darkness, because this excursion is sure to test your capacity to experience the paranormal.
You know, I'm reading that previous sentence there, and it still confuses me. Immerse you in the land for an unforgettable overnight investigation within the walls of our 3 to 4%. So you can only investigate things within your tent?
It's not clear. It's not clear.
Feel free to come camp and investigate anything you want as long as it's within that tent.
Yeah. I'm assuming that they can't keep you in the tent the entire night. It's probably like you got to go out and use the bathroom, not unless they're just expecting you to relieve yourself in the tent with 3 other people in there. That's bizarre. I wouldn't pay
leave a tent after dark.
I'm not going to pay good money. I need privacy when I relieve myself. I'm not going to do that. I would imagine you'd be able to tour the grounds. You'd be able to set up your ghost meters, your EVPs, your recording devices in order to capture the sounds of spirits that have long since passed, people who may still haunt the property. I've seen ghost investigations on this property, and they still pick up creepy stuff there. Now, by all accounts, the amount of hauntings have gone down, but they still report activity at this property, and it's just not the house itself. It's like the entire property does have aspects of paranormal activity. So I think there is like a value there. If you're a hardcore ghost hunter, there is value to this. Now, how much are they charging? Well, 20 dates from June to October are available, starting at $300 per night.
For camping?
Gee. For camping, $300 per night. And we don't even know what the amenities are with this. It just sounds like they give you a tent. It's not even clear.
It's a 3 or 4 person. We don't know.
It's not clear. A lot of things just are not clear here.
Do you think maybe that means you book 3 and they will give you a 4th person who may or may not be a ghost?
Well, that would be a benefit. Then that's a guaranteed haunting. 8 campsites were rated on the fright factor of 1 to 10, so guests can better plan their evening. So there are certain campsites there that are more frightening than other campsites?
Yeah, the ones closer to the turlets.
Maybe. That's horrifying. I'm hearing weird noises out there.
Just a bunch of gurgling and groaning.
I'm hearing a bunch of weird stuff all night. We're definitely haunted here.
Also, it really stinks.
Yeah. I think Bigfoot's close. It stinks like Bigfoot around here. Oh my God, you hear that ghoul?
These ghosts didn't have good hygiene.
There has
Would not visit again. 3 stars.
There have been existing overnight bookings at the house with guests staying within the home. Tours of the Conjuring House, which are led by experienced guides, are also offered. Quote, you'll journey through this infamous house and learn about its history and the spirits that remain here, their website notes. So the house was made famous by Ed and Lorraine Warren. So I think that's so the Conjuring movies follow Ed and Lorraine in their ghost busting activities.
By the way, the website, the link at the bottom there, actually, there's a lot of good stuff on their website. This is first of all, really well put together website and lots of details on camping there, as well as the other things going on, tours and whatnot at the house.
It's a pretty cool website. It starts off with like this video intro, walking through the house, experiences, overweight men trying to look for ghosts.
Some guy messing with his phone.
Yeah, typically it's overweight guys in their 40s that are really interested in ghosts.
Tourists wearing shorts that are way too short with lots of stuff in the pockets.
Yeah, as like middle-aged men, as their favorite NFL teams stop doing as well, they get more interested in looking for ghosts. We didn't make the playoff this year. I'm going to go look for ghosts.
Damn Bengals, where's those ghosts?
Yeah.
Oh, you can rent the house for private events.
What about marriages? Can you get married there?
Yes. Example events could include weddings, number 1 on the list.
Really?
Weddings, partings, team building events. Now, there
you go.
You do your next corporate event there, and you scare the shit out of the new people.
Yeah. I don't like going to these areas because I am of the belief of paranormal attachments. Like you put yourself in a situation where there is paranormal activity, and then next thing you know, you have a ghost attaching itself to you and wreaking havoc through your life. Like we talked about that beautiful doll down in the Keys.
Stanley or Michael or Pete or
that
Tim or Kip or Mo.
That cursed doll.
What was his name?
Down in the Florida Keys. And if you made fun of it, if you said bad things about it, you tried to take its picture without its permission, you made any sort of like weird eye, you give it the evil eye, and then your life was cursed. And there's many of example of people that were going up to that doll, making fun of it, and then their life is just ruined. And
they're just committing suicide right there.
It's just crazy. So I'm fascinated by the paranormal. I will observe it from a distance. I don't know if I want to put myself in those situations to where I can be susceptible to spirit attachment. I don't want that.
That's right.
Well, I would just wonder how well would it go over if you said we're going to have our corporate team building event here?
I think some people might be into it, especially if you have a younger team, and that younger team, they're on TikTok. They're probably familiar with TikTok witches. They're familiar more with paranormal activity. I think it might be a pretty excellent team building opportunity.
It's also a good opportunity to play pranks on people.
Sure. You can do your risk assessment for a business strategy there, too, using a Ouija board.
That's right. We're going to identify our key performance indicators using this Ouija board. It just keeps telling me to fuck off. I'm not sure what that means.
I'll do it. Evil Bob told me to fuck off through the Ouija board.
These KPIs are bullshit, man.
$300 a night? Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, does that, I'm just curious, does that come with something? Do you get something for that $300 a night?
You get the tents. That's what you get. You get the tent. I think that's what you can expect.
I'm looking through the webpage here for the camping experience. And I don't think you get. There's a trailer. I'm not sleeping in no trailer. That's even worse.
Yeah, I'd rather not sleep in a trailer.
Oh, you can sleep in the pet cemetery.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'd rather not sleep in a pet cemetery, but to each their own.
You must read the following or risk being asked to leave without a refund.
Okay.
Check-in time 5 p.m. Do not come early. Ooh,
wow.
Setting up weird.
Okay.
You get a guided tour. The merchandise room is open. Overnight investigation begins. You can investigate anywhere on the property, including around other campsites, but stay out of their tents. Ooh. Starting at 10 p.m., quiet hours per town ordinance. You can still investigate, but please use your indoor voice outside. Ooh. Not sure really what that means. 1 a.m., your private investigation at your tent area begins. Investigate your site and other areas without tents. A 50-foot buffer no-go zone takes effect.
Wow, they're pretty hardcore about this.
You think there's people out there with, like, measuring sticks?
Yeah, I guess so.
Tell them to shut up.
49 feet! Get out of here!
All right, I'm going to shut up and take your calls.
No, we're not taking calls.
10 a.m. is checkout time. Please bring all of your trash to the receptacles before you leave. Leave nothing behind. There is no formal checkout process. You just peace out.
Okay.
Weird. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm 300 seems like a lot for wander around somebody's yard and stay in their tent.
Yeah, it does.
It does say they have Wi-Fi though, so
that's good. That's a bonus. Ghosts love to connect. They like the free Wi-Fi.
Some of those ghosts, they don't have newer phones. You have to kind of keep them up to date on what's going on around the world. So plan plenty of time for that using your iPad.
What do you say? Do you want to take a few phone calls?
Let's take some phone calls.
Sure. Let's take a few phone calls and see what's going on out there. 614. That's why I cut off because I had to run my limiter and open up Skype, and my computer just didn't like that. 614-388-9109, and we'll take some phone calls.
Now let's go ahead and take the phone calls.
Caller, you're on the air.
I just want to say thank you to you
Joe, Christian, and to the whole Piss Army for all that y'all have done. You have no idea how much y'all mean to us. Y'all have been the biggest supporters of mine and my wife's wedding.
Oh, blowtorch.
I've been trying to call. I've been trying to call since Vegas. I almost died in Vegas.
You almost died in Vegas before your wedding?
I almost died in Vegas.
How'd you almost die in Vegas?
Okay, long story short, I was front row at the Las Vegas Sick New Word. It was a 14-hour festival. My legs damn near gave out. System of a Down. I was getting crushed by a sea of people trying to make sure that my woman had a little bit of breathing room while I had none, just so we could see System of a Down, which was the headliner.
Yeah.
But of course, I saw every band of my childhood I've ever wanted to see, which was POD, Chevelle, Deftones, Korn, of course, Incubus, and there was a new band that I never heard of until I saw them, and now I'm the biggest fan ever. I cannot stop listening to them. They are a punk band. Mike, you probably know them. Turnstile.
Oh, yeah, they're great, yeah.
Yes, they freaking put on a show, and we're going to go see them live in July. They are opening for Blink-182.
But anyways, you survived. I mean, this is why I don't go into pits anymore, because of what you're experiencing and what you experience is like it's suffocating, and it is a battle when you go into a pit. It's not like you don't enjoy the music; you're just trying to survive.
Yeah, you have two choices. You raise your hand and say help, help, right, and they get you out of there, or you go through the bullshit. And what I did was, while I was getting crushed and almost trampled to the ground, I'm singing the lyrics of the songs, completely fine with what's going on, but knowing that I'm about to pass out.
Yeah, you're going to die.
Because I'm a diehard fan.
Dude. You got lucky, man. You're lucky. You're a bit of a younger man. There are several times in my life when I was in a pit where I thought I was gonna pass out. Now the pit protocol is like when you fall down, other people around you should pick you up and bring you to your feet. Doesn't always happen. Yeah. Sometimes you get trampled and you just get stampeded to death. But I'm glad you made it out of there, dude.
Yeah, it was a one in a lifetime experience. But very excruciating. I could not get out of the bathtub that night. My legs were in shock.
Yeah.
I was having cramps.
Are you going to be able to make it to the marriage? Are you going to be able to walk down the aisle?
Yes.
Okay.
July 15th is the wedding.
Good.
Hey, Blowtorch, you need to add more stuff to your registry.
Yeah, Crutcher's saying you got to add more stuff to your registry, and I agree. Like, you have very practical things on there.
One thing that we are going to add, and we appreciate all the help, all the gifts, but we are starting, and you know all about this, we're starting a garden.
Yeah.
We planted tomatoes, basil, onions, a little bit of morta, everything, a little bit of everything. But I love you. I don't want to take up too much time, but I think about y'all every day and listen to reruns every day.
Well, thank you, Blowtorch. Yeah, update your wedding registry with gardening-related items, and I'm sure people would love to buy that for you, too.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much.
All right, take care, man. I'm glad you're alive.
You too. Love you.
System of Down will mess you up. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, guys. Hey, it's Jarrett in Jacksonville.
Hey, Jared.
Hello. Hey, so I'm considering doing something big. And I've got a week coming up in July that I'm off from work, and I live in Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm thinking about going out to the beach and walking north, like walking in the evening, nighttime, taking a tent with me and camping on the beach, and see how far I can get, and either find somewhere to walk to and fly back, or decide to walk back. And then, I would take my I would take money with me and my phone and a battery, and I'd stop at stores and stuff. I think it would be like, personal growth or.
So you're just doing this for like an endurance test for yourself to say, hey, I'm just going to take a backpack and I'm going to go north and see what happens.
Yeah, I've done a couple triathlons and 15Ks and 5Ks and all that. I'm a veteran, so that's not an issue. And I'm trying to strategize on like not getting robbed while you're sleeping. But if I sleep during the day in well-populated areas, like there's normally safety like that. Is there anything y'all can think of that I might need to consider to do this?
Yeah, there's a bunch of things that I would ask that you would take with you, especially for things like that you're talking about. Like,
cigarettes.
Yeah, take cigarettes.
And lottery tickets.
Take lottery tickets with you.
And chewing tobacco.
And chewing tobacco.
And Hot Pockets. Yeah. And honey buns. Yeah. And coffee. And Gatorade. And Coca-Cola. And aspirin. And lighters.
Yeah, definitely take lighters.
And ice cream. And potato chips.
Yeah, I would definitely take a couple MREs with me, energy bars. I'd start out with a gallon of water, and I'd stop and buy beer and bring a couple books with me. And I
would say the only recommendation is document your journey, whether it's on like a video blog or something like that, something that you can update people. Because I would be curious about your journey, like what you're going through, where you're starting off, where you plan on sleeping that night. What are some things to watch out for? Because it almost sounds like you're kind of hoboing a little bit, and that's a fascinating little journey for yourself, or big journey. Document it. Make sure that you expose what you learn to other people who may actually find your story inspiring and want to do it themselves.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're a veteran. You know how to take care of yourself. You probably have been trained in the martial arts like myself, so you can handle yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. A quick thing. I keep thinking about the Vulcan mind meld.
Yeah.
Like, how awesome would it be to be able to get into a conversation with someone and like you learn their entire life and everything that they've experienced from their perspective. And then while that's going on, they're learning about your entire life and everything from your perspective. And then, like, are we going that way with AI or with I think, the Hive Mind or Neuralink or whatever?
I think that's what Elon Musk is trying to do with the Neuralink. In fact, he just got FDA approved after being denied several times. He has just gotten FDA approval for human testing with the Neuralink. Well, I have that headline here, and I think what you're talking about there is where we're going. That exchange information to where you don't even have to talk to anybody anymore. You just download what they're asking you, and you're like, okay, I'll talk to you. I won't even talk to you later because I know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Scary.
I told y'all I keep listening to old episodes, and I keep daydreaming. Like, wouldn't it be awesome if I'm listening to an old episode, and you open up the phones, and then I call in from present day, and I talk to you to an old episode, and I can drop a link to a current OBDM episode.
Now you're getting into
it's
Inception
stuff. It's like
stuff.
dividing by zero.
Yeah, this is some Inception stuff here. So,
yeah.
What's your name, pal?
Jared from Jacksonville.
Oh, Jacksonville. Jared from Jacksonville. Well,
come on, Mike. It was like 3 minutes ago.
Sorry. Good luck on your voyage. Keep us updated and what you decide to do and where you stay. Okay.
Yeah, I need to send you an email so I can join the Discord.
All right, man. Send me an email.
All right.
Bye.
Talk to y'all later.
Hello!
Take one more phone call. I mean, that's an interesting voyage quest for yourself.
You do a whole bunch of peyote and just go wander around the desert, too.
Yeah, you can do that. Well, caller, you are the last caller. Hello.
It's Chandler from Massachusetts.
Hey.
Ciao, Bella. Now, I wanted to add some stuff on the last call, actually. So if he's doing that, there are some key things that you kind of need that would really help you out. And one of them would be a very lightweight single-person tent.
Okay.
you can carry that. And then the second thing, well, the main thing really is you have to be aware of how much your pack weighs. It's pretty much like a video game where it's like you get over encumbered, and you have to consider that the more weight that you're carrying on your backpack, it should also be one that straps along your waist. Never carry it on one that's just over your shoulders or you'll blow out your back. Make sure you have good shoes. Then also make sure you have a water filter of some kind.
Like a life straw. Yeah.
The life straws, though, they wear out after like 20 uses.
Oh, okay.
What you really want is you want some spare, I think it's like iodide pills.
Yep.
You throw them in water. It's basically salt, and it kind of kills almost the bacteria, but you still got to filter it through if there's minerals or bad minerals in the water. But anyways, which is another thing you have to remember, that if you boil the water, it kills the bacteria, but you could still have all sorts of chemicals in it, you know. One of the best things to have would be a Boy Scout. I'm an Eagle Scout, and if you can come across a Boy Scout handbook, it literally has like everything in it that you need to survive in the woods.
You're an Eagle Scout?
Yeah.
I bet you could beat up like 4 Boy Scouts at one time, couldn't you?
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to because I've been beat up enough times as a Boy Scout. You know, you're not an Eagle Scout unless you've gotten hazed a couple times. Come on.
I mean, it's no big. I mean, being an Eagle Scout, that's a fairly significant accomplishment.
Yeah, and then the sad thing is the fact that Boy Scouts is almost like on the outs now for numerous reasons, you know. And I mean, you know, there's kind of like the Catholic Church a little bit, but the thing is too is that I was in a troop that all my dads just wanted to shoot guns and go out and camp on state property, and you know, it was pretty awesome actually.
And now dads just want to put on high heels and go to Target. So things have changed.
Hey, well, you know, as long as they're still teaching them how to survive, you know, some of them are.
That's all that matters. Yeah, you still show how somebody how to light a fire.
One other thing I wanted to call in about, and it was the original reason why I wanted to call in, is that this is a completely separate subject. That when I was a kid, I had like Chuck E. Cheese style fights happening in my high school almost on like an every other daily basis.
Wow. In the cafeteria?
A lot. All right. So what it was is it always happened on the 3rd floor railing or the 3rd floor balcony where they had these railings where like you would have to be 7 feet and like loft someone over the railing like to fall off. So it was basically like a cage match. And so it was on like the balcony, and the thing is, if you were walking into the school, you could see the fight from the 3rd floor. So it's like whenever there was a fight, everyone knew to do it on the 3rd floor. And they had this failed system where they would be like over the intercom, all faculty to the 3rd floor, all faculty to the 3rd floor. So the teachers that were on the 3rd floor would run out of their classrooms to break up the fight, which then the entire classroom would follow the teacher and then make like a wall of kids to like block the teachers from getting into the fight. And the funniest part about it was that 2/3 of the time it was a cat fight.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, like, it was, you know, girls just kind of fighting, and we're like, you know, we were kids, we didn't know any better, and it was in like the early 2000s. I kind of still look back on it and I'm like, that reminds me a lot of those Disney World fights.
Yeah, I mean, you can settle a lot of stuff there. You got to wonder what was in those walls. Were those walls extra magnetic, or did it bring these emotions out of people? Like you walk past something and it because of those elements that created those structures, it provoked something in your psyche that you wanted to lash out.
Well, it's very funny you say that, because that balcony on the 3rd floor that we fought on, never did, but I watched it. That's the Panopticon. It's a architectural design that it's also a philosophical concept as well too. But basically, comes from a prison architectural design where one person is in a center watchtower, and then they can view all the people in the cells at one time. But then the thing is, you take the people out of the watchtower and the subjects view themselves. And most high schools that were built in the 70s and 80s use this design, and that was the school that I was in. So it's really funny you said that.
Yeah, that's the Bentham Panopticon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, anyways, I'll let you go. But Mike, you just hit the nail on the head.
All right. Hey, thank you, man.
Yep.
All right. Take care.
Thank you again, and shablagoo.
Shablagoo. Shut down. Hey, some good calls there. Some interesting calls.
Yeah, I'm curious about his Fight Club High School there. That's very strange.
I mean, we had some fights in high school, but nothing like where it was as frequent as what he was talking about. It was mostly scuffles in the hallway between a couple football players, and it lasted for 10 to 15 seconds, if that. Nothing significant. No West Side Story kind of stuff. Switchblades or anything like that. All right, let's see what else Cratchit has over there.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
I'm trying to see where we are on time. Is it goofball news time, or do you want other stuff?
We can do whatever we want. You know, this is the free association show.
So we're having debates in the Twitch chat about how apparently Baden-Powell was inspired by Nazis to form the Boy Scouts, even though he did it 30 years earlier. So,
okay.
Funny how that works.
It's one of those things, like if I could go back in time, I would have joined the Boy Scouts, and I would love to have been an Eagle Scout. But
I'm an Eagle Scout from 1992.
Are you really? You're an Eagle Scout? Holy crap.
Wrong.
Back when it required a ton of work and meant something. Not so much anymore.
Wow. Paramilitary.
Yeah, the paramilitary, Eagle Scout. No. So you got that wrong. Yeah, no, that's Red Dawn. So let's stay on the tip. This is from our good friend of the show and expert audio grabber, scripter guy, Jix.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And as with many news stories, this one I grabbed just a few hours after we finished our previous show.
No.
But it's staying on the topic of strange measurement units, specifically related to asteroids. There seems to now be a theme of who can come up with the most oddball unit of measurement for incoming asteroids. And this one is about one of our favorite people.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, let's see if we can get this going.
This is quite the story.
Whoops. Wrong button. But I did it. Press it up here. Gigantic asteroid the size of 422 Hulk Hogan set to crash into Earth's orbit next month.
I love that headline. That's right. News.
Jesus. I'm glad we're getting goofy to where now the show memes are no longer influenced by the headlines. It's coming full circle.
Yeah, somehow our memes are colliding here. This is kind of like the singularity of goofball measurements for asteroids and Hulk Hogan.
One of the biggest asteroids to crash into Earth's orbit is set to do so next month. Given the catchy title of 2020 DB5, it has been placed on NASA's near-Earth object list ahead of its impact June 15th. Measuring at a whopping 850 meters in diameter, the rock will also be traveling around 9.5 kilometers per second. Oh, gee, that's pretty fast, I would imagine. The Daily Star top boffins worked out that the 850 meters is the same around as 422 Hulk Hogan standing one on top of the other. Okay.
Hulk Hogan.
The former multi-time wrestling champion allegedly measures around 2.01 meters in length, although he also claimed to have a 24-inch bicep at one stage. What do you mean claimed? He did. He had 24-inch pythons. Why are they saying they're dismissing that?
It's almost written as if they don't trust the measurement. They're like, oh, it's some sort of these weird inches. I don't know what the hell that's all about.
I do know Hulk Hogan was a very tall individual. I don't know if he's still tall, but I think he was like 6'6", maybe. You know, older you get, you shrink some, you know?
Well, they said, what, 2.2 meters? Yeah, he'd be 6'6" if he's 2 meters.
About 6'6", yeah.
That's our damn brother.
Despite coming very close to the planet, NASA scientists have not confirmed if any damage will be caused, but it's highly unlikely to. And the last time a giant rock came near the Earth, was 1995 with 3 separate visits in the 1960s taking place before that. The first time it was spotted was on May 28, 1905, when it was traveling around 10.59 kilometers per second at the time. So it slowed up a little bit.
Yeah, what the hell? It's getting slower.
Getting lazy. NASA has it visiting Earth for the last time until July 23rd, 2179.
I'm not waiting for that.
It's going to take a lot of time. Okay.
Can we start a petition, so kind of like Halley's Comet or Halley's Comet? We can get this one called like the Hulkster asteroid?
Yeah, something like that.
You're embarrassing me running around like an idiot in your trunks.
Yeah, can we get some trunks on this
He's
asteroid?
just out there trying to shame this asteroid.
Can we get some giant Hulk Hogan trunks on this, and or put a bandana on this asteroid?
Bandana, that's what we need. Quick, that's your album art right there. You need an asteroid with the Hulk Hogan bandana on it.
Crashing into Earth, yeah.
Those are my shirts. I've got a right to sell them.
And now the asteroid's selling T-shirts.
Asteroid trying to impersonate Hulk Hogan. So we need an asteroid now with the sunglasses, the handlebar mustache, and the bandana.
I guess I would
trying to impersonate Hulk Hogan.
I would have to do like Hulk Hogan as an asteroid crashing into Earth, something like that.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, something. I don't know.
Wow, you're pretty quick for a big guy.
It is a big guy. About 9 kilometers per second. It's pretty fast.
Well, that's the speed.
Yes, yeah,
100 or 850 meters.
Yeah, it's a big guy. That's
how many leagues in a furlong?
We don't know.
How many Hulk Hogans?
How many Hulk Hogans in a furlong?
So here's a question: with all these oddball units of measurement, how long until some goofball car company, probably Tesla, because they let you do this shit, let you go into the car's computer, the instrument panel, and change the odometer to be measured in something else?
So you can customize it. Like I want I no longer want miles. I want kilometers.
Well, you can do that. I can do that right now in my car, and it's analog.
But I wouldn't measure how fast am I going in the length of Hulk Hogan's.
In Hulk Hogan's, yes.
I'm traveling. I'm traveling 100 Hulk Hogan's per hour.
Well, I wasn't suggesting the speedometer. That's dangerous, but I do like that.
Do you know how fast you were going?
Shit. 650 Hulk Hogan's an hour.
I pulled you over, and you were going 500 Hulk Hogan's per hour. The speed limit's clear.
It's like in the early days prior to standardization of time zones, every city would set its own time, or every municipality would set its own time to their area, because obviously the sun, as it moves across the sky, and et cetera, et cetera. So they didn't have standardized time zones until really the railroad started forcing it. So why can't every municipality use their own unit of measurement?
I guess they could if they want to deal with that headache.
Yeah, then they have to go out and change every time there's like a new mayor. They have to go out and change all the speed limits. Well, speed limit signs, I mean. So instead of saying 35 miles per hour, it says 6.02 Hogans. You're like, what the hell is that?
Well, we'll have to watch out for this story here.
So,
all right, let's move on. I might have to let my dog out here in a second. He's really going crazy. So, why don't I just let my dog out real quick, and I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to let him outside and see what he does.
I'll pick a random ass story and start talking about it. People aren't going to be able to see it.
All right, right back.
You guys hear about this Conjuring house? Oh wait, we already did that one, didn't we? All right, so we're going to do this one because this happens today, and every now and then I see these stories and I miss it because there's too many of these pseudo holidays. I will put this into Carrot Shop, so as soon as Mike is back, you'll get it up on screen. But Mike is back that fast. Well, that was fast. I didn't even get into my full story here.
My wife came down and took care of him.
You said rescue Bogey.
I was like, hey, he needs to go out.
Did you put on Twitter? I'm out of toilet paper, brother.
I'm out of toilet paper, brother.
The dog needs to go out, brother. So this story in the Carrot Shop, and as I was explaining, I often miss the dates on these days because there's always a national something day, and this is actually today. So this is prescient news. Get people out there. So right after the show, please go out. Oh wait, I take it back. It's tomorrow. It's even better. Plan your day for tomorrow. Tomorrow is National Hamburger Day.
All right.
That's some good news on that front.
That is good news, Alex. And you can get some free frickin' hamburgers.
Yeah, where to get free food on National Hamburger Day. Wendy's, Arby's, Sonic, and others chains are offering discount and BOGO burgers this Sunday. What is BOGO? I guess we'll find out.
Buy one, get one.
Oh, buy one, get one. Okay. Memorial Day weekend might be prime time for hosting cookouts and grilling, but thankfully for those of us who don't feel like busting out our own grilling tools, National Hamburger Day is Sunday, May 28th. The restaurants below are not only happy to fire up the grill and deliver you a fully stacked burger, but they're also offering deals on those burgers and honoring the manufactured holiday. Why do they got to say manufactured holiday?
As opposed to the naturally occurring holidays?
Yeah, like...
That just kind of spring fully formed
what
from
is,
the
what is that
primordial
about?
sea.
Like, they link to 12 other obscure national food holidays you probably never heard of. But every holiday is manufactured, at least acknowledged in some way. This is what a bizarre thing to say.
Well, it's not like, say, Juneteenth, which is a completely national holiday that everyone heard of prior to 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Check out all the places you can get deals for National Hamburger Day. You can get Arby's. You can go to Arby's. We like that. They have the Arby's is not only bringing back its Wagyu Steakhouse burger, but it will be also offering the Bacon Ranch version as well. So look out for that. Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't think of burgers when I think of Buffalo Wild Wings.
Same with Arby's. Arby's is a weird one too.
Yeah. You also can go to Next Level Burger. That makes sense. Smash Burger, which I've never been to, but I've heard okay things about it. Sonic Drive-In, okay. Wayback Burgers, never heard of it. And Wendy's. So Wendy's, the home of the 4 for $4 deal, has been celebrating burgers all month, and May 28th is no exception. If you buy one premium hamburger at a regular price through the Wendy's app, you'll get another one for $1 until May 31st. That's a good deal.
I was going to say, actually, that's a good deal. $1 premium hamburger.
Yeah. Wow, okay. Oh, my power just went out.
Ooh.
Cretch, did you see that? Oh, my God. Yeah, my power just got cut in this entire place.
Your lights are out.
Oh, boy.
I can hear shit beeping now. Oh, as UPSs are going.
Oh, boy.
They're coming for you. See, this is what happened because we just badmouthed Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay.
Said, we're not putting up with that shit.
Well, I think like my power's out. I'm on battery backup right now.
Do you want to roll out?
I think we have to roll out until.
Right.
Sorry, people, but I basically have 5 to 10 minutes of battery backup before it just dies on us. So I might as well close down the show now properly. Sorry. Oh, boy.
I blame Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh my God.
Did that Hulk asteroid hit your farm?
Oh my God. I can't even, like the sound is not even working over here. So I can't even play the outro music.
I think your mixer is out.
Yeah, my mixer's out. Like it's going, like there's just enough juice for it to stay on, but there's not much else. Oh, holy crap.
Hey, power's back. I fixed it.
Holy crap. You fixed that?
There you go. It's back.
Balls.
Holy crap. That was.
You know what happened was some guy down at the end of your street was like, "Hey, Steve, which one of these?"
That was bizarre. That was bizarre.
Yeah. And it was interesting. Right as your power came back, your drops did come back through. So
yeah, that's crazy. Okay. Maybe
show's on. Fuck it.
Show's back. Okay. We'll stick around for another half hour.
You can do an extra 4 hours now.
Holy crap. That was bizarre.
I wonder if was it just the circuit your stuff is on, or was it the whole house?
It was, I think, the entire house, because I saw all the lights and the rest of Command Center Alpha 1 over to the left was...
the left side of Command Center.
Yeah, it was all out, too. But I got all this hooked up to, like, UPS backups.
Yeah, I could hear them beeping.
And so I'm able to maintain, like, the show, but I can't do much of. I can close things down gracefully so I don't lose anything, but it's tough to keep things going. But
do you want to install some new computers?
Listen, we've installed a lot of new systems lately, but we don't know what's going on there.
We've had a lot of technical problems lately, and I'm trying to get better equipment. In fact, we put in a lot of expensive equipment. Maybe we need to get rid of it.
That does seem to be the solution. All right. Well, I'm going to move on here, and I'm going to thank some people.
Oh, we have a drawbridge of donations.
Yeah, I'm going to just do just a limited amount right here, just some PayPal people. And open up the drawbridge right here. There we go. And I'll start walking across the drawbridge right there. Probably should open it first. And then slap the donkey of destiny right there. Start breaking the windows as I go in. Open up the garage door. There we go. And knock on that door. Yeah, hello. 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 And then there's the bear that defends everything. There we go. Oh, God. Oh. And then I just start breaking glass as I thank some people here through the PayPal donations. So the first one we have is Carl, who came in big time. He donated, I think, enough money to where I think I can buy the new computer now. So thank you, Carl. And he says, hey, I worked it out. Hope this helps you with your PC. Love the show. Love Carl. We also got Michael K. We got Andrew P. And he says, more money from the stupid boomer that no longer listens to WATP. A year ago, I got tired of listening to the same shit. Now the Dick Show still has that guy on, but I do like his voice, just not his podcast. Keep up the good work. So thank you there, Andrew. And we also have Ashley M, Dora K, Chris W, Timothy T, and Michael V, all coming in with donations via PayPal. So thank you, everyone. We're definitely going to need that money to reinstall, I think, 57 Windows. Thank you very much. Let me close that up.
You're going to spend most of the donated money on window replacements.
Yeah, because I like to buy the best windows. Double pane, stained glass.
Decorative stained glass.
Yeah.
With various scenes all depicting my favorite parts of The Hobbit.
Yes, and Hulk Hogan posing.
Yeah,
stained glass.
But Hulk Hogan being inserted into The Hobbit.
I wonder if I can do an AI of a stained glass of Hulk Hogan as an asteroid impacting Earth in stained glass.
There you go. Stained glass version. I like it.
Maybe. Well, I'll bounce over here, and I got a few headlines, and then we'll cut back over to Gretchen. This is not. This is just something I wanted to bring up. I came across this article. This is very concerning. I guess I knew this was possible. I just didn't know it was so terrifying. But here's the headline on the screen: Man hears snap during sex, winds up in hospital with triple penis fracture.
That's some good news on that.
No, it's not good news.
That's not good. No, it's not good news.
It's not.
Wrong.
I didn't know this could happen. I knew you could injure your penis while doing activities like that, but to fracture your penis, that is crazy. A man in Tanzania. Oh, okay.
Oh, so this is made up already.
They go crazy over there.
No, it's just made up.
A man in Tanzania was sent to the hospital after hearing a snap during sex with his female partner. A loud snap occurred when the penis slipped out and lost its way and stuck in the woman as he was trying to reinsert.
Wait, what?
And I guess struck the woman, not stuck in the woman, struck the woman as he was trying to reinsert, the doctors reported in the International Journal of Surgery Case Reports. Well, it's from the journal, Gretchen. And
I'm just trying to wrap my head around that sentence.
So he got dislodged.
Lost the way.
Lost the way. He got lost. And
then struck the woman.
Yeah, he couldn't find his way home. Yeah.
I got lost. I couldn't find my way home.
Then there was a loud crack.
But the okay, so and this is documented. I brought it up. This is from ScienceDirect.com. This is an actual case. Yeah. So this is real.
I only get my science news from Fauci.
Okay, well, he's a good one too.
Oh, we should start doing that. Like next time he's on the show, we need to call in because he is science. We can just ask him these questions.
So by the time the unlucky man arrived at the hospital, his penis was no longer erect. Well, what a loser.
Come on, man. You got no staying power.
Come on, keep it up.
What's wrong with you?
His penis, no longer erect, was swollen, painful, and bloody. Oh, my God. That's how hard were you going? Like, slow it down.
In a pool of blood.
Though the penis contains no bones, it's referred to as a fracture when its fibrous connective tissues called the tuca oblongata is injured or ruptured. As I'm speaking clinically here, people.
It's enlarged medulla oblongata.
An MRI revealed that the man had injured his penis in 3 places along the tunica oblongata in a pair of erectile tissue bodies known as the corpora cavernosa.
I'm just going to start sending you medical stories now.
In another area called the corpus spongiosum. Additionally, he has sustained a partial tear in the urethra and the tube that carries semen and urine out of the penis. Okay, well, this is crazy. I didn't know this could happen. And there's actual there's X-rays here. So what is the fix here?
Duct tape.
Oh, okay. So
I like the stock photo of the guy covering his crotch.
Yeah, yeah. So this is what they showed on the NewYorkPost.com. Oh, okay, that's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, that looks like the guy from Tanzania.
So doctors warn that a penis fracture isn't something to ignore, as it can lead to erectile dysfunction, difficulty.
How would you ignore this?
Never mind. It'll fix itself.
Honey, what was that? Nothing. Just keep going. Keep going.
Difficulty urinating and some kind of disease I'm not going to pronounce, but you could get it. Which it can also lead to bent erections, pain in the penis with erection and penile plaque. Oh my God. Okay. He was seen at the clinic 6 months post operation, where he reported to have resumed his sexual life without any difficulties, and the penile shaft looked okay. So that's good news.
He's banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time.
Yeah, he's good.
That's some good news on that front.
In the recovery room.
So he's
hey,
back.
Nurse. I'm back in a big way.
Yeah. I'm going to take this thing out for a spin.
Let's give it a test drive.
Yeah, how do you know if it works unless they're really willing to...
You think it's part of that post-op visit with the doctor? Like, all right, everything feeling good and okay, well, all right, go take it for a test drive.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, go, do it.
I think Joe has a comment about this.
Hi, this is Joe from the Our Big Dumb Mouth podcast. I, too, have broke my penis. Done broke it in like 5 or 8 spots, went to Arby's, got an Americana roast beef sandwich. It's thinly sliced roast beef topped with American cheese, lettuce, tomato, red onions, and a special sauce on a toasted sesame bun. Limited time only at participating U.S. locations while supplies last. I felt way better after that.
That's the weirdest Arby's commercial ever.
That is a very weird Arby's commercial, but... Huh.
Joe, just on point. The question is, did you have that already, or did you pull this story because you had that?
I pulled this story, and Joe piped in. Joe piped in and said, I have a story about...
I want to tell you what my experience at Arby's. Well, we did a story a couple of months ago about like this list of all the penile injuries people reported.
Yeah, we did. We covered that.
And a lot of them were kind of related to this. So.
Yeah. I've never heard of someone going so hard that they couldn't do it, so... And but okay, that's
my favorite part about that story is they say this is not something that should be ignored if this happens to you.
Yeah, maybe in your youth you would ignore that kind of thing. It's like, oh, it'll go
I don't
go away
think
after
anyone's ignoring this.
Okay, I'm just saying I think that they might. Some people in their youth might just say, "I'll just worry about this later." I had a co-host on the show, Jason Kroniger, and there was one time where he fell. His leg fell onto an antenna of a car, and it like punctured his leg, and that antenna got pushed right through his leg, and he was so drunk he just passed out and forgot about it. They wrapped it up and like kind of like shoved stuff back in there, and never went to the doctors for that horrific puncture wound in his leg. And so he's the kind of guy, a skateboarder, that will just take the pain and ignore it and just carry on with his life. I ran into him a few years ago. We were
He
out
still
for
had the antenna in his leg?
no, his leg was fine, but he broke his arm. We were out at a bar. His arm was broken and swollen. And I was like, dude, that looks bad. He's like, I'm just going to live with it. I'm not going to go to the doctors. And so he's that kind of guy. So he's the kind of guy who would ignore penile fractures just because he's that tough. He's tough it out.
He's tough. I'll put some dirt on it. It's good.
I
Put
see
a Band-Aid. I'm good.
Up on screen, you have a glass, stained glass.
Stained glass Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
Wow, look at that. That's amazing.
He looks like somebody was inspired by They Live as well.
It does. It looks a little creepy. Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one.
Well, I got one more story, then we'll finish up with Cratchit headlines. I'll bring this up on screen right here. The Stanford professor with CIA ties says aliens are 100% already here.
I love that headline.
Oh, yeah.
Is this Stanford professor Gary Noland? I have a feeling that it is. This guy says a lot of stuff. So Stanford professor who claims to have worked with intelligence and defense groups claims aliens have already been on Earth for thousands of years. Okay, so thousands of years.
We are the aliens.
And by the way, just for context, Herman from Holland submitted this story. Gary Nolan, PhD, professor in the Department of Pathology at the Stanford University School of Medicine, worked with groups to understand changes in the brain of people who have had encounters with unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. Nolan believes that aliens are probably using drones and AI to study humans. That's interesting. Like, now that we are commonly using the phrase AI and like ChatGPT, now
overusing the phrase.
Overusing it. Now they're putting that onto UAPs and UFOs. I'm sure that there's some aspect of it, but anyways, a prominent university professor who has conducted consulting work for intelligence for the intelligence communities and defense contractors says he believes that aliens have not only visited Earth, but have probably also done so for thousands of years. Gary Nolan, PhD, a respected professor in the Department of Pathology at Stanford University of Medicine, made this striking claim this week at a global leadership and networking forum in New York City during a session titled The Pentagon, Extraterrestrial Intelligence, and Crashed UFOs.
Why do they point out he's a respected professor?
I don't know.
As opposed to like,
now I'm questioning it.
The oddball crackpot down at the end of the hall.
Yeah, it's like, if you have to say you're respected, are you? Because now I'm questioning the fact whether or not he is respected or not.
Yeah, that's a good point. What an odd thing to say.
Mm-hmm. I guess there are comments of him saying this stuff. It's 18 minutes here.
Just run the whole thing. It's fine.
18. Yeah, it's the final 18 minutes. I will play a little bit of it, and maybe we can get. Maybe he provides more context to what he is stating.
I like how the title of that video says 100%
alien. And this story is being presented on popularmechanics.com.
Well, to be fair, those guys cranked out when we were kids. Was it every other issue was about like UFOs and Project Aurora and all that stuff? I mean, so
yeah, they indulge a little bit here.
So they're on board because that sells magazines.
So here we go. Have aliens visited Earth?
Do you believe that extraterrestrial intelligence has visited planet Earth?
Yes.
I think you can go a step further. It hasn't just visited, it's been here a long time, and it's still here. And it has...
Answer the question.
Basically, people talk about the WOW signal, looking for extraterrestrial intelligence. The wow signal is that people see it on an almost regular basis. That's the communication that's already here.
And that statement seems so incredible that it's tough to believe, right? Like, people hear that, and maybe a lot of people here hear that, and they don't believe it. And so I'm curious, if you had to assign a probability to that statement, that you believe
5.6.
extraterrestrial intelligence has visited this planet, what probability would you assign?
100%. And that's not just my opinion. I mean, look, the National Defense Appropriation Act, passed last year, signed by Biden in December. 30 pages of that is the establishment of an unidentified aerial phenomenon office, the establishment of looking into the harm that's happened to any of a number of the individuals, going back.
Okay. So he said 100%. He's comfortable saying 100%.
100%. He also didn't answer the question, though. They said, do you believe aliens are here? Yes or no? And they didn't say yes or no, but it's a yes or no question. And he said, I'd go further than that. They've always been here.
Huh.
It's like, but you didn't say yes or no, dude.
Yeah, he kind of dodged that. Okay, well, who am I to argue with a respected Stanford professor?
A respected professor in the Department of Pathology.
He has government ties. Yes, he does have government ties.
He'll dissect those aliens. He's the guy that they call when they catch another when they collect another alien body. They're like, all right, you got to come and do the alien autopsy.
And he went on to say, so this article goes on to say, in 2021, Vice profiled Norland, covering his work in UFOs. In that piece, Norland claimed that he had formerly consulted for people associated with the CIA and some aeronautics corporations. He had been asked to examine the MRIs of pilots who had gotten close to supposed UAPs and the fields generated by them. He further described UAP witnesses as having a smorgasbord of symptoms and stated that one individual had been harmed at the Skinwalker Ranch, a private ranch in Utah with a history of paranormal activities, including sightings of UAPs. So I'm going to... Next show, I'm going to bring up some more Skinwalker Ranch TV show clips because it's been a few episodes, and I've been collecting them. There's been some episodes that have been lackluster. That's why I haven't been doing it every week. And
yes, there have.
And I'm trying to just bring like a tight 15 minutes of interesting stuff from the TV show. It seems like they've been adding a little bit more fluff and filler to the TV show.
No.
That's just my opinion.
Here on season 27 of Guys Who Won't Investigate Paranormal Stuff at a Paranormal Place.
I hear that they're going to go camping at the Conjuring House.
I'm waiting for that, the 3-episode arc where they go camping at the Conjuring House. And they get yelled at by one of the guys for breaking the quiet time hours.
Well, let's move on. We'll do a couple more headlines over there and see what Cratchit has.
Shaka, when the walls fell.
All right, let's see what we got here. I have, let's go with this. Here's a story about a new buy now, pay later scheme for pizza out of New Zealand, but it allows you to pay when you're dead.
Oh, wow. Holy crap. Hell Pizza launches new buy now, pay when you're dead payment scheme.
Talk about being deprived of your pride.
It doesn't sound too far off from what he normally talks.
No. Yeah, he just says a bunch of stuff.
Bad dude.
I like it when Joe Biden says 7 different things at one time. Let's see if I can do that again. Hold on a second.
Wasn't bad. We're going to New Hampshire, Tom.
You got
Howard Dean in there.
Howard Dean in there, yeah. Is he just showing up at Biden?
I guess he's showing up at Biden rallies
now in the background. Why does that guy have a mic?
Hell Pizza has hit at controversial buy now, pay later scheme by offering Kiwis a chance to pay for pizza a lot later when they're dead. Okay.
Hopefully not implying that the pizza is going to kill them, though.
Maybe.
We're being murdered
by this pizza.
Hell announced this new afterlife pay on Thursday morning, saying they're turning up the heat on buy now, pay later. which are trapping a growing number of Kiwis in spirals of debt, particularly amid the cost of living crisis. So yeah, everything's more expensive. The Afterlife Pay will only be available to select number of people. Those who are selected will be invited to sign a real amendment to their wills, allowing the cost of their pizzas to be collected upon their death. No interest or fees will apply, and the agreement is legally binding. Hell sent.
Good Lord. They want people to amend their wills to buy pizza?
Yeah.
Now, I didn't read all the way through the story. Do they open a line of credit for you so you can get as much pizza as you want?
I wonder if there's something in here where you're signing your soul over to this pizza company.
Ooh.
Like, it's Hell Pizza. So you're signing not just over assets, but your actual soul to this pizza company.
Your eternal existence.
Your internal soul to this pizza company for a delicious 12-inch pizza.
What'd you get for your soul? One pizza.
Get a pizza.
Sucker.
It's pretty good. The CEO, Ben Cumming, said Afterlife Pay was born after they were approached by BNPL providers who wanted to offer the service to its customers.
Wait, so this wasn't even their idea. They said some sketchy buy now, pay later weird credit agency bullshit, like the buy here, pay here sketchy car places are like, hey, just let them have the car. We just want their soul.
This sounds like a reverse mortgage scheme that you see on TV. Like, why don't you sign over your mortgage? We'll do a reverse mortgage on your house, and you get all the free pieces you want until you die, and then we take your house.
This nice man said that they'll give me money every month. I just go to hell.
Pretty good, huh?
Don't take that deal.
We're seeing a growing number of people using the schemes to buy essential items like food, and we think we're taking it a step too far when you've got quick services like restaurants like ours being asked to offer buy now, pay later schemes for what is considered a treat, especially when you consider people are falling behind in their payments and the 10.5% in loans that New Zealand's are being offered. I guess are arrears.
They're underwater.
Afterlife Pay will initially run as a trial with anyone 18 years or older eligible to apply. Of the applicants, 666 people will be selected. The offer has been extended to 666 people in Australia. So they're really leaning into the Satanism in hell thing.
But it's still not clear. Is this for one pizza?
It's not clear. I guess you can order as many pizzas as you want, and they'll just deduct that from your assets when you die.
Yeah, because in theory, if you could say, all right, this means it's incredibly unhealthy, but I don't have to ever buy groceries again because I can just get unlimited pizzas from this place because I've handed over my eternal soul. Right?
I guess so. This is quite a lengthy article about this, and this obviously speaks to the state of the economy and how people are really struggling to buy food for themselves, so much so that they're taking out loans against their assets and their equity and whatever they own to get food. And now this pizza place is saying, we'll do the same thing. It's kind of crazy times.
It looks like it's only for one pizza, though, because they have a photo of the form itself, the codicil to the will at the top. It says, I state your name, hereby declare to repay Hell Pizza the sum of blank for the double blank pizza, for the pizza.
Just the pizza.
Why would you do this? Hold out for more than one. Well, get more than one pizza, Alex.
Yeah, I'd up the ante here. And they do have a good marketing scheme where on the marketing flyer, it is like a zombie hand reaching up out of the grave with a phone that says Afterlife Pay. So, I mean, they got good marketing around it, I suppose. I don't know. It sounds very goofy, and legally, I typically I wouldn't amend my will to pay a pizza company, but I don't know. I guess I could be convinced. That's a good.
There is a video of them. I mean, it's probably part of a commercial, but there's a video of them on the website here at the top of them showing up with an attorney and having somebody sign this amended will for their free pizza.
Oh yeah, okay. Is that? I guess so. Yeah, I'll see if there's any sound. I'll play it and see if there's sound associated with this, because this
should be
bizarre. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, yeah, he's showing up, and I'll play the sound. Sorry, people. It's on screen. Here we go. Why does their scooter sound like a cartoon?
Hey, mate. Sinister pizza with extra jalapenos?
Yeah, that's me.
That'd be $25. Did you want to pay now, or would you like to use something we call afterlife pay?
After what? Sorry?
Afterlife pay.
Afterlife pay?
What's afterlife pay?
Oh, it's a new service we're trialing. You see my lawyer friend over here?
Yeah.
You just need to sign a few papers with them, and then you'll only pay once you're dead.
Right.
You're dead already.
When I die?
Yeah.
And I get to eat the pizza before I die.
Yeah, you eat the pizza now and then pay once you don't even remember eating the pizza, because you'll be, dead. It's not for a while. That's if you're lucky, that is.
Yeah, you might be waiting a while. Okay, well, that sounds like a pretty good deal.
Deep from the vaccine.
Okay, this is very strange.
Just sign here.
Yes.
What? For the double?
I don't, that's just legally. It's all above board.
Thank you.
Right. See you later.
You have a good night.
You have a good night as well.
Well, they're not really having to convince him too much.
See you later.
See ya.
Oh, you want to...
Yes, another take here.
Just sign here. Take all your shit. Throw this pizza on your grave.
It's kind of, it's a clever marketing scheme.
Here's the thing. People who are that dumb, just go back to them and get them to sign more shit.
Yeah, at that point, you want a free TV, you want this, all that kind of stuff.
So you got a nice car there. Sign here. It's mine now.
It's going to be somebody who overextends himself, and it's going to trickle down to like your loved ones who are basically inheriting your estate. You're just going to inherit all this debt because you decided to have 57 pizzas before you died.
See, they need a follow up when they're reading the will, and they got the family there, and then they have to take out a huge amount of money to pay this pizza place.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like they've got all the family there wearing, black suits and their black clothes. They're in mourning, and there's a guy in the back, just a pizza guy.
Yeah. He's here to collect. Break some legs. Fascinating. Very interesting. All right, one more headline, Cratchit, before we got to get out of here. Yep.
All right.
Before I run out of power.
Again.
Sukat! His eyes uncovered!
Yes. Darmok and Jalad and Tanagra.
Tanagra, yes.
Freaking star. All right. Man, I got a bunch of stories here. So do you want to you want a story about people now selling more shit from random Taylor Swift related concerts? We covered that once before.
Yeah, we did. Last time someone sold contacts that they wore to Taylor Swift's concert, yeah.
People are now trying to sell rainwater from a concert.
Interesting. Okay, I wonder how much that goes for.
Let's see. Well, do you want to do that story? We can do that story, but I got more.
Okay.
We got a landlord who started an apartment fire while singing "We Didn't Start the Fire."
That's a funny headline.
That's a funny headline.
Indianapolis now says it's they're going to lift its ban on throwing stars.
That's a good one too.
Let's see what else we got here. There's a bear who ate 60 cupcakes from a bakery.
Look at this nightmare headline.
The FBI has details about a plot to assassinate Queen Elizabeth II. I saw you did have this one, the U.S. to give away free lighthouses.
Yeah, I saw that one, yeah.
Here's an ancient toilet in Jerusalem. Let's see. Toronto Blue Jays hike their season pass or season tickets price by 800%. And then say it was just a joke.
Yeah, sure.
And let's see. We also have London knife crime being blamed on climate change.
Perfect headline.
So, I don't know. We're all over the place there.
I think for a follow-up, I'm very curious to see what other people are selling from Taylor Swift's Taylor Swift's concerts and see how much they're asking for this stuff. I think it's a great follow.
That's right. We've covered this twice already with these insane concert prices and people selling shit from the concerts. In fact, the last one was what? It was contact lenses from somebody who may or may not have actually seen a concert.
Yeah, so here it is on screen. Taylor Swift fans try selling rainwater from soggy Gillette Stadium concert.
Oh, really?
And there's video of this, too.
Yeah, there's like a 19-second video. I'll see what it is.
From the Tickety Talks.
Oh, it is? Okay. So
I think so.
Mudslides, and not like brush fires. It crushes people.
We have encased victims. He's back!
I won't leave you. We started this together.
So like,
we're
going to
finish it. It sounds like an ad for CBS.
Of Fire Country.
Oh, Fire Country.
On CBS.
I'll watch it. Sure.
You got an ad on that.
Taylor Swift fans still feeling the glow from the shows are selling rain from her Saturday show at Gillette. The little containers of water were posted online today for $250. They have since been taken down. The pouring rain, though, didn't stop the fans from enjoying Swift's Eras tour on Saturday night at Gillette.
The golden shower.
We go to stories because we can bring someone to.
So there you go. So fans have been attempting to sell their rainwater from Saturday's concert for $250 per container. Swift's The Eras Tour made Foxborough home for the 3 sold-out shows that drew 200,000 fans to the stadium. Holy moly. Experts believe the tour could end up setting records and may push Taylor Swift's net worth to over $1 billion. Holy moly.
Do you think we can start to, anytime they bring up this thing about like tax the rich and eat the rich and get rid of the billionaire class, can we also point out that means Taylor Swift now too?
Maybe, yeah.
Hilarious.
I think we have to. But she is just like, I didn't realize, I knew she was popular, but I mean, her net worth over $1 billion, I mean, she is just a monster. Crazy. I had no idea like she was like of that status, but apparently she is. So online retail sites have removed rainwater sales from their platforms. Why?
I want to buy that rainwater.
I got to have that rainwater now. I need it.
That's water that fell from the sky and landed in a puddle on the ground nearby where Taylor Swift was playing.
This is what I want. This is what I need.
Can I pay for this after I'm dead?
Yeah, I'll the afterlife payment plan. Before the listings were removed, fans captured screenshots and expressed shock of what they were seeing. Shock, yeah, at such good prices.
That's a deal.
Wow. I mean, this is it. They're trying to capitalize off the Taylor Swift craze and to offset some of the cost of what they spent on the tickets, which are in the neighborhoods of anywhere from $500 to $20,000. So there you go. Okay.
Yeah, do you think this was some of the people who had paid these exorbitant prices for these tickets are trying to make some of that back?
Oh, probably. Absolutely. If they were true fans, they would keep that rainwater for themselves and pass it on as an heirloom to their children.
Ew.
That's what they do.
Don't drink that water.
No.
How do you know that's actually from the concert, not just tap water from somebody's house?
Tough to prove. You need a certificate of authenticity from the venue.
From the venue.
I need a security guy to sign the certificate and vouch that this water was, in fact, from a puddle.
I'm not going to trust until there's a Kiwi pizza man and his attorney there to sign.
Yeah, we need some sort of form of contract there, a team of attorneys on site to harvest the rainwater and put it in jars and sign the documents. And I think that's really the crux of why this was taken down. There's no way to prove the water's authenticity.
Oh, you're saying that it's potential fraud, not just stupid.
Yeah, people buy stupid stuff all the time. This is fraud. That's all it comes down to.
Oh, really?
Well,
says it was shared on Instagram and pulled down because of concerns over the validity. I'm reading other stories about this. They talk about the context, $10,000. So, yeah. We also have somebody in the chat here suggesting, he said, I've seen tons of shows, presumably Taylor Swift. It's from Vulgar Hysterics. I've seen tons of shows. I'll tell you about them for $1,000 a minute.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Set up a 1-900 line.
Like a 1-900 call in now.
Yeah, like call in, like, Corey Haim and Corey Feldman had those 1-900 numbers where you could talk to them. Well, set up one up where you could just talk about your experience. People could call in and you could and they could listen to you talk about your experience. You monetize this. Don't put this out for free.
I'm Vulgar Hysterics. Call 1-900. I'll tell you all about the newest Taylor Swift show.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how you do it. Monetize it. Monetize your experiences. All right, people, we're getting out of here to save power.
Yeah, what's that all about? Was it Bogey who did that? Was it Mr. Mustache because you won't let him in Command Center Alpha 1 anymore?
Well, you know, I actually got a text from my power company when we were going to the...
Wait. Did the text say, lol, just kid, or lol, JK?
No, it did not. It said, our system shows power had been restored to your area, but we never, like, that was 2 hours ago. But I was like, well, we never went out of power, so what's going on? And then it went out during the show, so something's going on with our power company.
Does this guy, who I have the GIF up right now, does this guy work at your power company?
Oh, is that Teddy? No, that's Jimmy. No, Johnny.
Johnny from Airplane.
Johnny from Airplane. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Usually, I mean, we're out here in the boonies a little bit. It takes them a while to come out here and take care of us.
Well, I gotta get my boots on. I gotta drive all the way out. That's good. It's gonna take me all day.
There's a lot of trees around here, so I don't know. It's gonna be some chainsaw work we're gonna have to do. It's gonna take a while.
It's too bad Herman's not still in the woods there protecting your place. He can chase off the power company.
Well, thank you everyone for hanging out during the show and helping us get through this episode. And we'll be back on Wednesday, I believe, and we'll try to make that happen. We're gonna try. Let's see what happens when I press this.
Fucking clown world.
And that's sound right there. Yeah.
No made up tape.
There it is.
What if you ran? Do you have them laid out so you can run all the Jonathan Frakes?
Not at one time. I'd have to. Let's see if I can.
If it's a total fabrication. How did this happen? If it's a total fabrication. We got you. No made up tape.
It's pretty close right there.
No made up total fabrication.
That's about as good as I can do right there. I have to do
is that in Farrago and you're just mashing keys?
Yeah.
Read about it.
Love it.
Yeah, that's what I did. Go to OBDMpod.com. I'm going to be buying that new computer hopefully soon. I just need a few more dollars, and then I'm going to order it, and it's the last PC that we will ever need.
Cratchit?
I'm skeptical of that comment, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, yeah. Thank you, Cratchit. Shabagoo, everyone.
Keep watching the skis, people. There's lots of rain out there. You can collect it and sell it for money.
I know.
There is a planet was still in diapers.
That's about all.
Shablagoo. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Until next week. Nanu. Nanu.
Wow.